Alright, welcome to my SpiderWoman early gameplay and review. So first of all, shout out to Epic Games. They did send me this bundle to review early. I am an Epic partner and sometimes they do send me the bundles early. So her release in the item shop is actually tomorrow, October 20th, which is Sunday. So not the next item shop reset, but the one after, for those of you that live in Europe. So let's take a look at everything you can get as well as the pricing. So the skin itself is 1,500 V-Bucks, 1,500, and she comes with the back bling as well, the Venomous Web. She also has a Lego style, so let's take a look at that real quick. You can see she has the long jet black hair and the red and yellow outfit. So that's not too bad. Here's the Spider-Gwen emote. Looks pretty good. Look at the nail file in Lego. So again, the skin is 1,500. The pickaxe is called Venomous Blade, and it's going to be 800. Let's swing it from here. You can see it's got a nice splash effect. Looks like there's a greenish contrail as well. There's no glider, there's no contrail, there's no emote, but there is a wrap. It's called SpiderWoman Classic. And this is just animated. It is not reactive, but it's got a beautiful red and yellow color scheme. And you can see the webbing is illuminated as well. And I know everyone's going to hate this, but she does come with an instrument. It's a keytar. It's called the Venom Keys. So it does fit, though. I love that they put the bioluminescent spider webbing on there, and of course it's red and yellow. So combo-wise, yeah, it does fit. So this is going to be 1,000 V-Bucks by itself, and by the way, the wrap is going to be 500. So that's everything. And if you want the entire bundle, instrument included, it's 2,500. Now, I don't know if there's going to be a bundle without the instrument. That would be ideal, but I'm not 100% sure. So all of this, again, comes to the shop tomorrow, Sunday, October 20th. So SpiderWoman, aka Jessica Drew. Obviously, we've seen her before in movies. If you've seen Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, she's pregnant in that movie. And a lot of people were wondering if we would get that version, maybe not the pregnant version, but that character, or the comic book one. And obviously, we got the comic book one. So her description states, SHIELD agent, hero for hire, private investigator, Jessica Drew can do it all. And she does have a secondary style that says webbing on and webbing off. Now it looks like she's got almost like a synthetic back bling. You can see a white webbing on her back underneath the back bling. And I think that's all that does. Because when you turn it off, I don't see that anymore. So that's pretty peculiar. We'll have to see in game. Obviously when we take the back bling off, we'll be able to see it better. So that's an interesting style option. Now the back bling says bioelectric webbing with a familiar emblem. So at first I thought this was just a holographic back bling, but it's not. It's actually the bioelectricity that she can use as one of her powers, and then her logo there. So a little backstory on SpiderWoman. She actually got her powers because her dad was researching uranium, and then she got sick from the exposure to it, and then her dad as well as his research partner injected her with a spider-derived serum. And eventually she got cured, but then she had superhuman powers as a result of the combination of the radiation poisoning as well as the spider serum. So she kind of has the same powers as Spider-Man, you know, the superhuman strength, the endurance, the speed, the reflexes, and she can stick to surfaces as well. She's also a master at bioelectric generation, which means basically she can make these powerful blasts of energy, which is what you can see on her back bling there. And she also has some kind of pheromone power, which is via her spider aura. So that's interesting. So her pickaxe, the Venomous Blade, says a new way to project venom blasts and hold the charge. So that's what I was talking about with her bioelectricity right there. So this is a pretty unique pickaxe. I'm glad it's not a dual-wielded one, and I'm glad it doesn't just form out of her hand. She's actually holding it, so that's not bad. For a glider, I'm going to go with the Web Shoot. This is the original Spider-Man glider, and then I'm going to go with the Loose Threads Contrail as well. And we already saw the wrap. I've got a few emotes to display her keytar as well. So let's hop into a match, see if there's any reactivity, and we'll check out how the gameplay looks. By the way, I'll probably do an actual in-game gameplay in a separate video, because otherwise this video would be like 20 minutes long. So I'll just do the review on my map for this one, and then I'll release another video showing some live commentary gameplay next. All right, here we go. You can see the contrail looks great. Goes perfectly with this skin. How about the glider? I love when you initiate the contrail, watch. It just drops down the webbing right onto her hands. That's my favorite part. And then the deploy on this glider is really clean. I think this was the Battle Pass version, though, so if you didn't play back then, you probably don't have this one. But there's a few other spider-like gliders you could use, or she is red and yellow, so there's a really, really good red and yellow glider. Let me just show you that real quick. I think it's called Hot Rod? Not Hot Ride, but Hot Rod. Yes, Hot Rod. So this might actually match perfect. Or you can use TNTina's glider. That's red and yellow as well. So here's the Hot Rod. Look at that. So that actually matches better. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, I found another one before TNTina. This is Wild Blast. This looks good too, but it's got a little bit of blue in it, and I don't see any blue on her, but the color scheme of red and yellow looks great. Okay, here we go. Bombs away. So the red on TNTina's is a little brighter than what SpiderWoman is, but it's still not too shabby. So yeah, this is a pretty easy skin to match with the glider. Okay, here we go. So you can see right off the rip that her suit has this sheen to it. It's almost like a glossy sheen, and I actually like that. It's like a sleek dark red in the middle and then a lighter color, almost pinkish, on the side. So that's a very nice glossy suit color. I like that. Of course, she's got the Hulkamania colors going. I actually have a car that I made that's red and yellow like this. It's going to go perfectly with her. I can't wait. I'll use that in the gameplay video. She's got long black flowing hair. This is a pretty solid SpiderWoman suit. Front side obviously has way more yellow on it, and her gloves are long and yellow, as are her boots. Her mask looks pretty good. She's got the spider-like eyes going. So a pretty solid skin. If you missed out on Spider-Gwen, you're going to love this one. All right, let's take a look at her pickaxe pull-out sound as well as the deploy. Here you go. I'll be quiet. Okay, so the deploy is really clean. It kind of energizes over a few seconds, so it doesn't start out with the full blast there, and then boom, the webbing just deploys on itself. And the contrail is really clean. That's going to look phenomenal in the dark. You got the green after image too. I think the splash is going to look great. Yeah, look at that. Nice bioelectricity luminescence there. That's great. Let's check her out in the dark. Oh, wow. Look at the back bling. Nicely animated. That is beautiful. Here's the pickaxe too. Contrail in the dark. And here's the splash in the dark. I love that green. Who would have thought that that lime green would go with red and yellow? Not me, but it looks great. So nothing glowing on the front of the skin. So if you take the back bling off, obviously you're not going to stand out at all. And if you do take the back bling off, you probably want to change the pickaxe as well. But let's just see if there's any weak spot reactivity. Nope, I didn't notice anything there. Okay, so no reactivity there. How about her aim down sights? I imagine this is going to be really smooth and clean because I don't see any hindrances up there. Yeah, look at that. Nice flowing long black hair. No big muscles to obscure anything. You can see over the left. You can see over the top. If you crouch a little bit, you can see the back bling too. The wrap looks great. Again, it's non-reactive. It's just simply animated. Color schemes match quite nicely. You can only see a little smidge of her mask when you aim in because her hair is so long. How about in the dark? Let's take a look at the wrap there. Nicely animated. Looks great. Again, when you crouch, you can see that bioluminescence on the back bling. All right, let's try some of the current weapons. Of course, we got to check for any wonkiness with the scopes. Nothing doing with this one. Aim down sights looks good. How about with this guy? Crouching. Nope, no scoped issues at all. And here's the current weapon aim down sights. Those look all good. SMGs. Very clean. Let's test the pickaxe here versus a real player. Nice luminescence there. And we're going to get in a limb and see if anything happens. Okay, I didn't notice any reactivity there. Everything looks great, but yeah, nothing was glowing or brighter. Let's try aiming in this time, and I'll crouch so we can see the back bling in full effect. Here we go. Nope, I didn't see anything flash from the front and the back, so no reactivity here. I just love the vibrance of the red and yellow. I think if it didn't have that glossy effect to it, it would look completely different, but I love the way this looks. See, her hair has nice physics as well with this emote. Just a beautiful skin. I am thoroughly impressed with this one. Let's take the back bling off and check out this webbing effect that she has. Okay, so that is a little weird. So it's almost like, I don't know. I want to say it's like a little cape, sort of. I don't know where it's coming from. I'm not sure the significance of this. When I jump up and the hair goes up, you can see it's kind of like a shawl. Is that the proper word for it? But I mean, I guess it adds a little bit of flair to the skin. You can see it when you aim down sights here. I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. But yeah, it's like a little cape. Miniature cape that goes underneath your hair. Let's see what she looks like without it. You can see it better when you run. There, her hair kind of goes up and you can see it. So, I don't know. I think she looks better without it. But like I said, it does add a little bit of effect to the skin. With no back bling, I think for sure she looks better without it. But when you're wearing that bioluminescent back bling, you can't really even notice it. So, either way, I don't think you can go wrong here. She looked good with it and she looked good without it. So again, there it is on, and there it is off. When you put the back bling on, you're more focused on that than the webbing behind. But here's what it looks like without it. So I don't know, just a nice little effect there. Now here's the wrap on the wrap skin. This looks really good because you can really see the full animated effect of that webbing. You can see it starts up at the top and just spreads out all over the entire wrap. So you can kind of notice that on the wrap itself, but it's just so much more apparent on the skin. You've got those two big sections of yellow in there. How about from the front on this one? So no yellow on the front, which is kind of opposite of the skin. Remember, the front of SpiderWoman had the yellow, but the back did not. So the wrap, yeah, is kind of opposite. Of course, it still goes with this pickaxe. Let's see what this looks like in the dark. So the webbing is nicely animated and lit up there. Here's what the aim down sights looks like with the wrap skin. Just a nice wrap. That's pretty solid. Okay, so I did have a request. One of you guys left me a comment saying, can you use some of the other SpiderMan accessories on the skin? So here's the Webhead's knapsack. I'll show you this in game too. That one's just okay. Here's the Spider-Verse portal. That one's a little too radiant there. Spider-Man icon. This is probably one of my least favorite Spider-Man back blings. That's from No Way Home. We got Spider-Gwen's. That's not bad. And then I don't think the web cape is going to work. So for pickaxes, you could do the Walloping Web Hammer. That's from the Battle Pass one. I think that's the one he wanted me to test. You also have Spider-Ham's Mallet, the Spider Snare. That's for Spider-Gwen. I don't think the 928 axes would look that good. Yeah, I don't know about that back bling. I think the pickaxe might work, but I don't know. I hope those are what he wanted me to test, but there you go. Here's what she looks like in a winter biome, by the way. And also, let's take a look lastly at the guitar. So again, it definitely suits her color scheme. That's actually a perfect match. That's one of the better instruments, at least combo-wise, that I've seen. And then we can do this whirly keys. So there's tons of emotes that you can use the instruments for. I just wish that they would make these back blings as well. Maybe even a pickaxe too. If you could put an instrument on your back and then withdraw it as a pickaxe to make it interactable, that would boost the use of these instruments a lot. But instead, right now, all we can do are these instrument emotes. And then, of course, in Fortnite Festival, but you're more focused on getting your streaks and hitting your notes than looking at what your character's doing in the background. But regardless, it is a nice instrument. I'll give them that. They made it flow perfectly. So there you go. That is the SpiderWoman skin, aka Jessica Drew. I am thoroughly impressed. I love the back bling. I love the pickaxe. The wrap is great as well. And the instrument is just okay if you're into that. There's no reactivity, and she only has one style, which is pretty insignificant. But overall, the character design is great. And again, she arrives to the shop tomorrow, Sunday, October 20th, for 1,500 V-Bucks. So there you go. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about Jessica Drew and her Spider-Woman outfit? Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. A like is always appreciated, and don't forget to use my Support-A-Creator code, which is Tabor time.